迎大家嚟臨中銀人壽第11屆黃金時代展覽暨高峰會主論壇，即將會進行嘅係第3個環節——智慧全球綜合照護方案。有興趣嘅朋友咧，可以嚟到我哋高峰會主論壇舞台呢一度咧，參與我哋呢一節嘅環節。我係今日主論壇嘅司儀 Jennifer 胡曉珊，大家好。我係嚟自 C2C 義工團。今日咧，我哋一連3日嘅高峰會咧嚟到第2日啦。而高峰會咧亦都集合咗好多唔同嘅機構啦，一齊討論黃金年齡喺香港嘅新發展以及動向。而呢一節咧，我哋係會以廣東話以及英語進行。咁同時咧，我哋喺舞台嘅旁邊咧，亦都係提供咗即時傳譯嘅服務嘅。咁如果大家咧需要即時傳譯嘅耳機咧，可以去到舞台旁邊嘅接待處嗰度借取㗎。咁我哋1號頻道會係英文，2號頻道會係廣東話。而今日第3個題目，智慧全球綜合照護方案喺全球範圍之內呢，係整合照顧正喺度重塑住屋啦、社區以及社會基礎設施嘅設計方式，以應對複雜多變嘅需求。而呢一個環節呢，我哋將會探討創新模式點樣去連結人群，加強跨學科以及跨部門嘅協調，並且為未來創造支持性嘅環境。而喺論壇開始之前呢，我哋首先呢好開心可以請到我哋嘅主禮嘉賓，香港特別行政區政府房屋局副局長戴尚誠先生呢，為我哋致歡迎辭。大家掌聲有請戴局長。
係咪有個 PowerPoint？ 哦，OK。OK。各位講者、各位嘉賓，大家好啊！咁就今日我個致辭咧，就都係會以客為先啦，因為今日講者會有一位由菲律賓嚟嘅朋友，咁我會用英文嚟到去做呢個發言嘅。Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a true honor to stand before you today at the 11th Golden Age Expo and Summit. I wish to extend my warmest welcome to all of you and to express my deep appreciation for the opportunity to join this conversation. This year's theme, Golden Age, Connect, Collaborate, Co-Innovate, is not merely a slogan. It is a call to action. It echoes our shared responsibility and our unwavering commitment to empowering our golden generation and to forging a Hong Kong that is not just age-friendly, but age-vibrant. Hong Kong's demographic landscape is shifting, and shifting rapidly. Today, nearly 750,000 public rental housing residents are aged 60 or above. That is 36% of our public housing community, a figure that has swelled by 200,000 or nearly 10% in just the past decade. These are not just numbers. These people are our parents, our neighbors, and our elders. They represent lives rich with experience, and they deserve communities that honor their dignity and support their dwelling. Guided by the Housing Authority's CARE value. CARE, C for creative, A for attentive, R for responsible, and E for enthusiastic. We are translating that commitment into tangible, meaningful change on the ground. First, connect. We believe that good design is the foundation of good living. That is why we are enhancing our estate through well-being design and smart technology. Installing handrails, pictorial signages, communal seating, and fitness space that invite activity and interaction. Our smart access control system, already piloted in selected estates, now integrates Autobus and IM Smart for seamless, secure access. And we are not stopping there. We are expanding the IoT door sensor to more estates while rolling out the iHousing app, stair climbers, and lift modernization programs, all amid at making life much better, much safer, and more connected. The second one is collaborate. No single agency or organization can meet this challenge alone. Collaboration is the engine of progress. We are working hand in hand with the Social Welfare Department on data matching initiatives to identify and reach high-risk elderly households before crises occur. Under the Walk with Care project, we now require 20% of frontline staff to undergo specialized training, and it will increase to 50% starting from second quarter this year for all property service tenders, because empathy is a skill we must continually cultivate. Our I'm So Smart program is expanding to 60 estates under the Waste Management Action Plan, promoting healthier lifestyle. With NGO partners, we deliver care on call and mobile support services. With town guests, we are piloting free installation of thermal ventilators for voluntary seniors. And through our Estate Friendship initiative, we are bridging generations, creating spaces where young and old learn from one another and grow together. And third, on co-innovative. Innovation flourishes when diverse minds come together. By deepening our partnership with NGO, businesses, technologists, and social entrepreneurs, we are not simply deploying gadgets. We are co-creating ecosystems of care. Together with the Golden Age Foundation, we are scaling age-friendly technologies that are practical, affordable, and human-centered. We are listening, learning, and iterating, because the best solutions are born not in isolation but in community. In closing, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Golden Age Foundation for convening this remarkable platform year after year. Your vision, energy, and dedication inspire us all. Let me reaffirm our pledge. The Housing Bureau and housing authorities stand firmly with our golden generation. We are committed not just to meeting needs, but to nurturing hopes. And we look forward to walking this journey alongside each of you as we shape a smart, aging Hong Kong together. And in this session, we'll have 4 distinguished speakers talking about different topics, and I'm sure you will all have an enjoyable and fruitful experience at the Expo and Summit. Thank you.
唔該晒，戴局長，請戴局長留步，因為接住落嚟咧，我哋邀請戴局長咧可以移步咧嚟到舞台嘅中央啦。因為稍後咧，我哋會邀請咧下一節嘅論壇嘅嘉賓一齊上台咧，同戴局長合照㗎。咁戴局長可以企喺中間嘅位置。接住落嚟咧，我哋好榮幸咧可以邀請到一眾嘅演講嘉賓上台咧，同戴局長合照留念㗎。It is an honor to invite the speakers and moderator on stage for a group photo and to share their insights with us afterwards. So now, please welcome them to the stage. 首先有請進優生活行政總裁陳石輝先生 ，Mr. Leo Chan。接住落嚟有請 Miss Carmel Joy L， Iabore MM, Public Relations Officer, Philippine Retirement Authority。接住落嚟，我哋有請香港房屋協會社區及長者服務總監周淑瓊女士 Miss Chow Suk King Kitty。有請澳華養老行政總裁鄭次霞女士 Miss Chan Chi Ha Ada， 以及我哋呢個環節嘅主持黃金時代基金會董事伍樂齡實驗室基金會主席及聯合創辦人香港中文大學建築學院助理教授毛家謙教授 Professor Mo Ka Him。有請咁多位嘅嘉賓啦，可以望向我哋中間嘅大會攝影師。咁而鄭女士呢，稍後時間因為佢係無法親身嚟到現場嘅，咁大會呢個時候呢，安排咗網上連線。Hi Miss Ada, please keep the camera rolls. We will take a group photo with you. And say, please say cheese. 好，接住落嚟呢，我哋望一望黑色衫嘅大會攝影師。好，接住落嚟，我哋望一望中間淺藍色衫嘅攝影師嘅鏡頭。然後呢，我哋中間亦都有一部 camera 嘅。Please look at the camera。唔該晒咁多位。現在呢，我哋首先有請戴局長先就座。接住落嚟，亦都有請我哋嘅一眾主持啦，同埋嘉賓啦，可以移步嚟到後方嘅座位，準備接住落嚟嘅論壇。而跟住落嚟嘅時間呢，我哋就會交俾呢個環節嘅主持黃金時代基金會董事樂齡實驗室基金會主席及聯合創辦人香港中文大學建築學院助理教授毛家謙教授 Professor Mo Ka Him。So let's hand over to the moderator of this session, Professor Mo, please。
多謝晒大家，多謝晒大家嚟臨。我知道咧，好似係紅雨嗬，係啊，真係唔容易，係啦。多謝晒戴局長頭先同我哋一齊分享翻呢。而家喺房屋局裏面當中做咗好多一啲唔同嘅一啲工作啦，裏面呢有好多一啲創新嘅科技嘅融合。亦都係諗住點樣去做到適老化嘅一啲設施啦，亦都同時間讓到舊嘅屋邨可以改造。我知道咧，其實局長裏面當中咧做嘅部分咧真係好多。而今日咧，我哋亦都好好我哋有好多唔同位嘅嘉賓啦。裏面咧有香港嘅嘉賓，亦都係咧又喺外國，有菲律賓啦，有澳洲啦。我知道 Ada 咧今日咧冇辦法係嚟到現場，但係咧都用 Zoom 同大家嚟去見面。咁啊，事不宜遲，我哋而家咧就逐個嘉賓咧邀請佢哋同我哋去分享翻一啲喺當地裏面啦，或者係香港裏面當中嘅一啲經驗，係啦。今次咧我哋去再講嘅嗰部分咧，大家知唔知道㗎？頭先咧我嚟咗第一場，係啦，第一場咧就講到 AI 嘅個部分。咁今次咧就係講緊呢個智慧全球綜合照護服務。當我聽到呢個咁樣嘅 topic 嗰陣時候咧，我都覺得哇，好巨型嘅喎，好大嘅喎咁樣。咁啊點樣同大家嚟去扯上關係咧咁樣？咁啊住咧就同我哋密不可分嘅，係啦。今日咧嚟到嘅嘉賓咧，裏面當中都喺住上面當中啦，喺服務裏面嘅配合啦，都係好豐富嘅經驗咁啊。咁我事不宜遲，請 Leo 同我哋去分享先啦。咁似 Leo 咧係進優生活嘅行政總裁，多謝晒 Leo。
大家好，戴局長、毛教授、各位嘉賓、各位朋友，大家好。我係 Leo，嚟自進優生活。咁今日都代表進優生活同大家分享一下關於港人北上養老嘅一啲規劃。我相信講到灣區養老，大家都有唔少問題㗎啦，係啦。咩係廣東院舍照顧服務計劃呢？點樣申請？有咩嘅資格？如果假設要自費入住灣區院舍，一個月俾緊幾多錢呢？又或者可能院舍嘅人手比例啊、前線護理員嘅一啲質素同香港可唔可以對標呢？係啦，咁雖然今日短短呢幾分鐘冇辦法解答大家所有問題，係啦，咁但係我諗如果將來大家有任何問題呢，都隨時可以聯絡進優生活嘅。開始之前都介紹一下進優生活。進優生活係2023年成立嘅綜合性安老品牌。我哋嘅願景就係令到每一個長者有尊嚴、 自主且優雅地幸福享老。而我哋嘅使命亦都係滿足新一代長者退休生活嘅所需、所想同埋所盼。咁簡單嚟講，就係協助港人從退休邁向進休嘅一個機構。咁而我哋喺香港，除咗係香港房屋協會第3個長者安居樂豐頤居嘅專業營運團隊之外咧，我哋喺紅磡同埋荃灣都設有2間嘅復康中心嘅。咁而喺灣區咧，4個城市，包括喺深圳、東莞、佛山同埋珠海咧，我哋都有5間嘅院舍，為港人提供超過3000個床位，而總面積亦都超過220萬尺。咁而呢5間院舍咧，同時亦都係廣東院舍照顧服務計劃嘅認可服務提供者。咁啊，講到香港安老嘅現況，我諗呢啲數字大家都唔陌生㗎啦。香港嘅人口而家就係呈一個護老型。咁漸漸隨住人口老化嘅趨勢咧，開始會慢慢變成一個倒三角。咁截至去到2026年嘅6月30號咧，有18000人咧係輪候緊一啲資助長者住宿照顧服務，而去輪候一啲津院同埋合約院嘅護理安老宿位咧，就差唔多都要20個月。咁而睇翻2026年嘅一個預測咧，大約喺住宿或者院舍照顧上面咧，都有14000個床位嘅一個缺口。咁睇翻北上養老啦，喺2024年5月開始即係計劃再去開放俾私營市場去即係提供服務之後咧，其實短短2年間咧，服務提供都由2間去到29間。咁而截至喺今年5月底咧，就大約有1200個人咧係經計劃入住緊灣區嘅院舍嘅。咁簡單嚟講就係短短差唔多接近2年嘅時間，同埋多少少時間咧，其實個增幅係超過差唔多9倍嘅。咁我諗成個北上養老嘅發展嘅趨勢咧，大多其中一個推動力都係因為政策係啦，即係所謂我哋叫福利過河。咁除咗計劃係由即係港府全額資助即係港人喺北上養老之外咧，其實參與計劃嘅長者咧，每年咧都仲有4萬蚊嘅醫療補貼，而同時間即係醫療券亦都喺大灣區唔少嘅一啲3甲嘅醫院咧，其實都可以使用到嘅。咁啊，亦都因為廣東計劃啦，所以有啲長者即使即係身處喺內地嘅話咧，其實都可以透過即係廣東計劃咧，佢繼續領取生果金同埋高齡津貼。咁我諗交通同埋即係成本唔需要講，大家都會明白㗎啦。即係講緊可能喺西九站去到廣州南站，其實即係大約話50分鐘左右。咁而生活成本上面咧，咁灣區嘅生活成本大約係香港3成到4成左右。咁到底咩人適合灣區養老？有啲咩人可能需要即係謹慎去考慮咧？我諗第一部分就係即係可能身體狀況咧比較穩定，自理能力亦都比較高。咁但同時咧，佢需要院舍服務，又期望居住個環境係比較大。咁呢啲人就絕對係適合灣區養老嘅。咁當然作為一個即係安老服務業嘅營辦者，咁我哋都唔鼓勵長者過早進入院舍嘅。係啦，例如我哋喺珠海有一個個案，其實入住其實佢當時係60歲嚟嘅啫。咁但係點解佢60歲行得走得都要入住咧？因為佢喺香港佢係獨居嘅，咁所以佢好擔心就係將來喺屋企有任何情況發生，咁擔心冇人知道，又或者佢唔希望去到身體變差嘅時候咧，佢先去即係入住院舍，咁所以佢就會提早去入住我哋灣區嘅院舍。咁但係如果假設長者可能佢個身體狀況唔太穩定嘅，佢可能經常要去到醫院覆診，或者同屋企人其實都未有一個共識嘅話咧，咁我哋都會建議就可能需要即係謹慎去考慮啦。咁啊，香港安老院同灣區安老院嘅一啲比較，咁啊6個方面去比較啦，係啦。咁啊從醫療上面，咁啊好唔少灣區嘅院舍咧，其實入邊自己係有醫療嘅中心嘅，即係佢哋係有一啲全職嘅中醫同埋西醫。咁以我哋東莞院舍為例咧，我哋嘅西醫咧其實係24小時當值嘅，係啦。咁所以某個程度上喺醫療配套同埋支援上面咧，其實係比香港更為有優勢嘅。咁而喺食宿上即係食物上面啦，唔少嘅灣區院舍咧，其實都係用自助餐嘅形式俾到長者。咁以我哋佛山為例，咁其實我哋樓下有一個中菜嘅酒樓嘅，係啦。咁長者唔止就係院舍入邊嘅膳食，甚至係一啲即係落去飲早茶，其實都能夠做到。咁啊住上面，我諗大家都會明白，同埋睇到相片都會即係感受到㗎啦。即係呢個亦都係香港嘅其實一個即係物理嘅限制，因為始終我哋嘅地價同埋我哋嘅租金比較昂貴，咁所以居住環境上面咧，無可置疑就係灣區院舍咧個條件會更為好嘅。咁甚至佢哋都會係以一啲雙人房為即係嘅基礎。係啦，咁啊交通上面，咁以我哋珠海為例啦，由香港經港珠澳大橋去到 我哋珠海嘅院舍咧，大約要1個鐘頭至個半鐘頭。咁所以其實而家即係喺灣區嘅融合底下咧，其實交通上面已經唔係一個即係障礙啦。咁我諗喺人手上邊同樣都係嘅，灣區院舍嘅人手比例相對高，咁所以喺社交活動啊，以至喺一啲即係復康嘅安排上面咧，都比香港更為完善嘅。係啦，咁當然喺個過程入邊，即係我相信就係灣區院舍佢肯定係有啲條件比香港好。港人先會北上養老嘅，如果唔係唔需要特登即係去到咁遠地方養老。咁但係亦都唔代表香港安老院咧就一定係差，反而更加重要嘅其實係唔同嘅長者，可能當下佢有唔同嘅需要，而灣區養老對佢嚟講就係一種選擇。咁啊，廣東院舍照顧服務計劃係啦，咁樣申請流程喺度就唔講太詳細啦。咁大家有興趣咧，都可以去到我哋即係20608嘅攤位係啦，同我同事了解多少少關於即係呢個計劃嘅詳情啦。係啦，咁特別想講一樣嘢就係，如果要經計劃入住灣區嘅院舍咧，咁長者必須要喺中央輪候冊上面嘅。點樣揀院舍係啦？咁我諗呢個雖然大家未必中意呢個答案啊，但係成日呢個答案都會係 depends， 都會係因人而異。因為始終冇辦法用同一把尺係啦，去決定每一個長者需要入住院舍嘅方向啊，又或者條件。咁我哋都會鼓勵就係話，如果假設大家係對於灣區院舍有興趣，不如就帶埋長者一齊去參觀咗先。咁甚至係好多灣區院舍咧，其實可以提供一啲試住嘅計劃咧，去俾到即係無論屋企人一齊陪同係啦。咁所以最關鍵嗰個因素就係其實越早規劃就有越大機會咧，可以揀到一個適合嘅院舍。咁呢個都係即係我哋會建議大家即係越早規劃嘅一個方向嘅。係啦，咁啊，今日時間差唔多，咁稍後再同大家交流。Thank you。
多謝晒 Leo， 多謝晒 Leo。頭先咧 Leo 咧講咧灣區裏面當中去即係安老啦，去養老啦，咁啊確實真係有好多好多嘅優勢。但係咧香港始終都係我哋嘅家，我哋都好多時候都要諗翻喺香港裏面當中點樣去再繼續去做養老咧。咁啊，我知道除咗係進優生活自己去做之外咧，其實咧都係夥拍處房協一齊嚟繼續喺香港裏面當中提供好多唔同嘅一啲住嘅一啲方案俾我哋去考慮嘅。咁啊嚟緊我哋不如邀請 Kitty 為我哋去介紹下房協裏面當中我哋而家呢啲新嘅動向。
好，唔該晒阿毛。咁咧就我比較矮啊，所以我要行出嚟少少講啊。好，咁咧就大家好，我係嚟自香港房屋協會嘅同事，我叫 Kitty 周淑瓊。咁咧今日好開心喺呢度咧，可以同大家分享幾個即係香港房屋協會我哋即係而家營運緊有幾個即係照顧長者嘅一個房屋嘅模式啦。咁好，OK， 好，唔好意思。好，咁咧就香港房屋協會咧喺1948年就出世嘅，咁咧就直至到今天咧，我哋過多2年咧就同大家一起成長，我哋過多2年咧就啱啱80大壽噶啦。咁咧就我哋係一個喺扎根香港啦，咁我哋係一個非政府同埋非牟利嘅機構嚟嘅。咁咧我哋主要嘅業務咧就包括我哋有做房屋嘅發展啦。物業嘅管理，同埋我哋亦都有喺我哋嘅物業入邊咧，係直接提供社區同埋長者服務俾我哋嘅住客嘅。咁咧就一路以嚟咧，我哋都係即係我哋嘅角色咧，都係擔任住香港房屋實驗室嘅一個角色，就嘗試唔同嘅營運嘅model 啦。咁希望可以為香港嘅即係希望可以為香港嘅市民提供優質同埋可負擔嘅房屋嘅類別俾大家嘅。好，咁咧就房協，我哋其中一個嘅角色咧係做房屋嘅發展啦。咁所以咧，我哋嘅業務同埋房屋嘅發展咧，我哋都係以一站同埋我哋 under 一個 roof 同埋一個管理嘅模式去營運嘅。咁所以咧，我哋咧係由我哋嘅地基已經開始進行我哋嘅工作㗎啦。我哋由地方嘅地點嘅選取啦，我哋由發展規劃設計成個嘅 building 嘅 architect 同埋個 design 咧，都係會由我哋一手一腳興建。咁起完樓之後咧，跟住就係我哋嘅 同時亦都由我哋嘅專業嘅團隊咧，係會執行埋我哋成個物業嘅管理，咁就租務啦，同埋設施嘅管理啦、維修啦，都係我哋一手一腳去負責嘅。而喺我哋嘅物業入邊咧，我哋亦都頭先所講，我哋係會直接提供唔同嘅優質服務俾我哋嘅住客，包括我哋嘅持續嘅長者照顧服務，同埋我哋喺提供服務嘅時候所需要唔同嘅配套設施，包括譬如我哋喺啲設施，一陣我都會有一個 PowerPoint 會講嘅。譬如我哋有一啲嘅餐廳嘅營運啊、gym 啊、泳池啊，我哋有啲活動室啊，咁嗰個嘅配套營運嘅設施咧，都會由我哋去營運同埋提供。好啦，我哋第一個嘅其中一個照顧長者嘅營運模式咧，其實我哋係以屋邨為本嚟一個做營運。喺我哋而家房協咧，我哋我哋而家一共有23條屋邨，我哋其實咧係由每一個嘅人作為一個起點，因為每一個老人家住喺我哋嘅屋邨，無論佢係雙老又或者係獨老咧，每一個人都有佢好個別嘅需要，喺佢嘅住嘅情況下邊出現。咁我哋嘅社工嘅同事咧，係會以個案管理嘅模式，提供嗰啲服務啦，提供支援咧，俾我哋每一個嘅長者。我哋希望我哋嘅長者咧係可以喺屋入邊咧係可以達至到佢哋可以生活得好安全啦，好開心，同埋亦都係可以同嘅鄰里嘅互助咧，亦都建立一個互助嘅網絡。咁咧，當我哋照顧一個人嘅個體之外咧，咁我哋亦都係要好關顧住咧長者同其他嘅鄰里之間嘅合作啊、互助嗰個網絡。咁互助嘅網絡咧，一定係要由佢哋嘅互相係可以信任，互相係可以幫助，咁大家先至會喺嗰個鄰里嗰度咧生活得開心，同埋生活得放心，從而喺嗰個屋邨嗰度咧建立一個歸屬感喺個屋邨嗰度。我哋希望住喺嗰度嘅老人家，住喺嗰度嘅長者，佢哋係可以住得開心嘅同時，亦都係可以同互相隔離嘅鄰舍咧，係可以互相關照、互相照應嘅。咁好啦，呢一個嘅互相幫助完佢哋熟悉完之後咧，我哋亦都係會將呢一個嘅互助網絡咧，伸延到去成個每一個係個屋邨嘅社區，我哋都係會關顧。咁咧就透過我哋唔同嘅介入，包括我哋提供唔同嘅活動啊，一啲嘅大型活動咧，我哋希望長者住喺我哋屋邨入邊咧，其實唔係受助者單一個角色嘅，因為長者其實佢哋喺個社區嗰度居住咧，其實佢哋都係好想參與喺個社區嘅事務，甚至乎佢哋係可以付出一分力去幫助其他有需要嘅人士。所以我哋有好多住喺我哋屋邨嘅長者咧，都係我哋義工嘅一份子嚟嘅。咁所以咧就由我哋整個嘅屋邨咧，就由個人到佢個鄰里，到社區咧，我哋房協都係以建立社區嘅資本啦，希望可以支援到長者，從而促進到社區嘅融和作為一個目的。咁咧喺我哋由第一個屋邨喺1979年咧，係我哋嘅第一個屋邨就係祖堯邨啦。去到今天咧，已經一共有23個屋邨咧，我哋都有房協有理呢一個嘅計劃係推行緊㗎啦。咁好，咁咧就喺我哋嘅鄰里嘅互助或者係守望相助嘅網絡入邊咧，我哋好實際提供嘅服務咧係兼顧住呢幾樣嘢嘅，包括精神健康啦、長者嘅健康嘅個人嘅健康嘅護理啦，佢哋同護老者。即係話照顧老人家個護老者，無論係屋企人啦，又或者係親戚或者係鄰居，個護老者嘅支援都係好重要。因為我哋知道長者護老者支援到護老者咧，其實亦都係間接，亦都係直接係幫助到長者嗰個照顧嘅質素嘅。咁 咁咧就頭先所講就仲有倫理嘅支援啦，居家嘅生活嘅支援啦。我哋希望透過呢各樣嘅元素咧，從而係可以令到長者喺個屋邨入邊咧有一個可持續嘅生活，甚至乎亦都有一個跨代共融嘅效果係可以建立得到。因為跨代共融都係一個好重要，因為長者嘅喺屋邨生活咧，佢哋面對或者佢哋一齊相處嘅年齡組群咧，其實都唔係淨係長者單一個年齡組群。我哋希望長者同年青人、同後生仔、同小朋友，我哋希望喺一個叫做跨咗年齡，甚至乎跨咗種族唔同嘅我哋亦都有好多嘅屋邨咧，有好多唔同嘅種族嘅朋友啊，都會同啲長者一齊係參與一啲嘅大型嘅活動嘅，亦都調翻轉，其實長者亦都係會做義工去探訪一啲嘅傷健嘅朋友，我哋都會有呢一類嘅義工活動。好啦，咁咧就另一種嘅服務，第二種嘅照顧模式咧，喺呢度介紹一下咧。其實我哋有一個叫樂融軒嘅一個模式。咁呢一種嘅模式咧，呢個樂融軒咧，其實係而家喺我哋筲箕灣嗰度咧，係房協係以我哋一個樓房嘅發展商嗰個嘅身份咧，係推出。咁我哋喺呢一個嘅樂融軒咧嘅上邊12樓至到42樓咧，其實我哋有私人出售嘅單位，俾一啲嘅年輕嘅我哋 target 係俾一啲年輕嘅家庭，希望佢哋係可以購買。而喺樓下6樓至到11樓咧，係一啲嘅 studio 嘅 flat 一房同埋有2房嘅 layout 咧，我哋係會俾長者係租住嘅單位嚟嘅。咁呢一個係另一種嘅第二種嘅模式。好啦，第三種嘅模式，我同大家分享咧，其實係一個直立式嘅長者房屋嘅照顧模式。咁呢一個嘅模式咧，大家可以見到咧，嗰個垂直式嘅設計咧，就係因為嗱，大家見到橙色嗰部分咧，其實就係我哋用嚟俾長者一啲比較壯健嘅長者，佢哋係可以比較獨立生活嘅一啲嘅單位。咁喺我哋而家咧，我哋一共有數個，有5個嘅長者嘅即係房屋嘅一啲嘅 project 啦。咁都係以呢個垂直式嘅發展模式進行。咁咧就上面就係 residential 嘅 unit 啦。咁咧就但係我哋亦都 bundle 咗，我哋亦都配搭咗咧，係一個護理嘅照顧生活嘅設計咧，係希望長者當佢身體或者係年紀大咗，或者身體開始比較弱嘅時候咧，喺同一個地點，佢哋係可以轉去喺一個護理程度高啲嘅一個環境可以繼續生活。咁咧就喺同一個 building 入邊咧，我哋亦都有關顧住長者嘅健康啦。佢哋我哋希望佢參與多啲活動 ，keep 自己 fit 啲、開心啲，同埋有活力一啲，同埋甚至乎呢個係一個講求 lifestyle 嘅一個 hub 嚟嘅。咁咧就都會喺同一個 building 嗰度咧，我哋係會提供服務。咁咧就甚至乎我哋亦都係 partner 咗我哋一啲嘅健康。同埋醫療嘅medical 嘅服務嘅 provider 一啲嘅提供者咧，咁譬如我哋而家例如喺我哋駿悅嘅一個例子咧，我哋就 partner 咗養和同埋 partner 咗浸大咧，係為我哋提供中西醫嘅服務。咁停車場就純粹係方便即係住客，亦都係方便即係長者出入啦。咁呢一種咧垂直式嘅模式咧，就係我哋而家比較即係我哋有幾個嘅 project 都係用呢個形式進行。咁咧就我都要快少少，呢個係駿悅啦，咁啊俾大家見到我哋喺唔同樓層，我哋亦都即係我哋生活配套同埋我哋嘅康樂嘅設施、醫療嘅設施、護理嘅設施，都喺晒一個 building 度會出現。好啦，咁跟住咧就呢個咧就係總括嚟講咧，我哋用一個1+1嘅模式，即係話咧，我哋要提供長者居家安老，我哋希望係可以有一個嘅效益咧，善用好矜貴喺香港好矜貴嘅土地資源啦。我哋希望係一個無縫嘅照顧，從而提供喺同一個地點幫助我哋嘅長者 居家安老，咁咧就同埋一個共融嘅效果。一就係代表我哋係長者住房嘅一個元素，而配搭另一個嘅一咧，其實就係當長者身體健康有變化嘅時候咧，我哋就提供護理嘅照顧生活院舍，係喺同一個地點係我哋可以提供到嘅服務嘅咁。咁當然亦都係要配合頭先有好多局長都頭先我講有好多樂齡科技嘅支盤啦，咁呢啲亦都係好有助我哋幫助老人家喺同一個地點嗰度生活係啦。好，咁咧就我暫時嘅分享喺呢一度，唔該晒。
多謝晒 Kitty， 多謝晒 Kitty。咁啊，頭先我哋睇到好多唔同嘅啲住嘅方案啦。咁裏面咧有個重點就係都係垂直，即係都係香港啦，比如上高樓大廈啦。咁嚟緊咧，我哋換一換個畫面，去睇一睇澳洲嘅一啲經驗。咁我哋有請 Ada 同我哋分享。Ada 會喺 Zoom 裏面同我哋分享。交俾你啦 ，Ada。可能啲機件上面當中瞄住。
I didn't mute. Now is it okay?
睇到啦，聽到啦，聽
Hello
到啦。Hello Ada。
係各位嘉賓，所有嘅參加者，我係 Ada。係啦，我係來自澳洲嘅，咁但係我本身都係由香港移民去澳洲，所以我今日講嘅説話咧，我會廣東話去聽嘅，係啦。咁咧，首先咧我就大家睇到我個 presentation 啦，嗬。OK， 其實今日咧我就希望咧喺政策嘅改革、財富、退休嘅財富同埋長者有個方面咧，點樣去繼續澳洲嘅銀髮經濟嘅。咁咧首先咧我就想用澳洲嘅人口老化俾大家睇一睇啦。咁其實澳洲嘅人口老化咧，就係最主要咧就係唔係一個自然嘅增長，最主要係一個年齡結構上面嘅重塑。因為我哋發覺咧，當嬰兒潮嘅老人家入咗我哋嘅人口嘅時候咧，就開始咧增長到好快啦。人口嘅老化就係去到2040年咧，我哋預計會有636萬嘅人口咧係過咗65歲嘅。咁而80歲以上嘅人咧嘅增長仲更加快添，就包括咧就係佢哋對於長期護理啊或者係高度護理嘅要求會係更加多嘅。咁另外一方面咧，我就係發覺咧嗰個健康壽命嘅差距咧，亦都係一個影響嘅因素。因為咧我哋英文叫做 health span 啦，就係話嗰個健康壽命咧係有10年嘅。咁所以好多長者佢哋咧係生活喺長期病患啊，或者係佢哋有啲健康嘅問題要康復咧，咁所以進一步咧影響到澳洲嗰個高齡服務嘅發展咧，係做到更加重視喺預防啊、復康同埋輔助性方面。咁跟住咧，我就會想講講咧，即係嗰個點樣喺嗰個人口嘅轉型裏頭咧，會影響咗嗰個服務嘅發展啦。因為剛才我喺嗰個人口嗰個發展上，我都講咗咧，喺80歲以上嘅長者咧，會好快咁去增加，咁所以咧亦都影響咗嗰個服務嘅需求。咁另外咧，就係人口嘅壽命嘅延長，因為佢哋嘅人口嘅雖然人口老化，但係人口嘅壽命延長咗嘅時候咧，亦都影響成個服務嘅發展嘅。咁另外咧，就係澳洲其實有1/3嘅人口咧，特別喺悉尼同埋喺墨爾本咧，有1/3嘅人咧係來自非英語嘅，咁所以其實係一個極多元文化嘅服務啦。咁另外最後最重要咧，就係喺澳洲影響得好交關嘅咧，就係嗰個勞動力啦，個 workforce 同埋嗰個地理嘅限制。因為澳洲咧就唔同香港係好密集，咁喺郊區或者偏遠嘅地咧都有長者噶嘛，佢哋嘅照顧咧就會成為一個嘅挑戰啦。咁大家睇到呢個跟住落嚟，我嗰個圖咧就會大家知咧，就係話點樣解釋澳洲嘅銀髮經濟啦。其實咧，澳洲嘅銀髮經濟咧係非常之一個好叫做好正向嘅睇法啦。因為咧其實咧你睇到咧就係澳洲喺2025年咧已經達到係2380億嘅美元㗎啦。 如果我哋睇到咧，去到2040年嘅時候咧，就會達到係7475億。咁可以睇到咧，其實咧，澳洲喺成個亞太區嘅銀業經濟發展裏頭，一直有一個好重要嘅位置。現時嚟講咧，係有4.4萬億嘅錢啦，嘅美元啦，估計咧去到2030年，不到5年以內咧，去到7萬億嘅美元。咁所以咧，亦都會影響到政府點樣去規劃佢高齡服務啦。咁呢一個咧就係講緊跟住個咧就係講嗰個高齡服務嘅護理嘅法例。咁我跟住落嚟咧就係解釋，其實咧大家都知道咧澳洲嘅法律咧係非常之有法例去規管㗎。咁自從1997年開始咧，喺27年裏頭咧，澳洲都冇轉過任何嘅高齡服務法例。但係喺2024年11月咧，就通過咗一個最新嘅法例。佢個核心嘅理念咧，最重要咧就係以權利為本嘅。咁個權利聲明裏頭咧，佢講到咧就係話，每一個長者咧喺享有服務嘅時候咧，都有一個具體嘅權利，每一個服務都要提供者咧都要遵守嘅。而佢哋一個最緊要嘅服務嘅原則嘅聲明咧，即係個圖咧，就係話咧。因為決策者當佢提供服務佢嘅指引嘅時候咧，一定要得到長者嘅意願同佢哋要尊重佢哋嘅決定嘅。咁呢兩個係最緊要嘅一個嘅基本嘅原則啦。咁另外最緊要咧，嗰個改革咧有3大嘅要點咧，要大家要留意嘅，就係話呢個監管方面啊，同埋問責啦。所有嘅服務提供者咧，必須要喺政府嘅新嘅註冊機構度去註冊。咁同埋咧，佢哋有一個特別嘅行為守則咧，一定係嚴格進行嘅。咁同埋個質量嘅評估啊，各樣嘢咧都好緊要，因為全部嘅工作咧都要保障咧老人家咧個福利係一定係得到保障啦。如果我哋有違規嘅時候咧，會有好重要嘅嚴厲嘅處罰嘅罰款，甚至乎會停牌啦，亦都會咧俾任何嘅長者咧都有一個 whistleblowing， 即係我哋叫做可以報嘅保障嘅。即係話，如果一個長者想投訴一個服務咧，佢係唔需要俾嗰個當地嘅機構知道係邊個投訴，但係會進行調查噶啦。咁第二個好大嘅改革嘅重點咧，就係新嘅資助模式啦。咁以前咧，通常政府咧多數都會係有一個我哋英文叫 block funding， 一個集中嘅一個撥款俾每個機構嘅。但係由2024年開始，佢集中咗係以個人化啦。喺個居家支援嘅時候咧，每一個長者佢有一個認定一個嘅佢哋有嘅可以使嘅 budget 啦。咁然後咧就由嗰個服務嘅提供者咧，佢一齊共同去研發究竟一個錢可以點樣用法咧。咁嗰個決定權咧唔係由個服務機構嘅，係轉移喺個長。咁而第3樣咧好緊要嘅咧就係話政府好重視嗰個 governance， 就係個管治個架構。我會擔心咧，就好多公營服務機構，如果係冇一個好嘅管治咧，佢哋所運行嘅服務咧，都係最理想嘅。所以佢咧監管每一個機構，如果係作為一個服務提供者咧，佢都要有好清晰嘅系統管理啦，亦都有投訴專員咧，可以直接知道佢服務係咪有一個好好嘅清楚嘅服務嘅提供啦，同埋咧佢哋好重視個透明度同埋機制點樣去管轄個機構嘅。咁所有嘅註冊嘅機構咧，佢咧要每3年咧新去做註冊嘅，即係唔係話申請咗一次就一切永遠做提供者。同埋咧喺3年裏頭咧，只要佢接受到投訴嘅時候咧，佢哋隨時佢哋所有嘅註冊都受到影響嘅。咁其實以上我哋所提供嘅嘢咧，都係因為咧喺過往喺10年前咧，政府睇到咧高齡服務咧越嚟越發展。但係監管係好重要，都係由做過一個皇家嘅委員會嘅調查之後咧，所提出嘅方案。咁跟住咧落嚟咧，我就想講翻嗰個高齡服務嘅編制啦。高齡服務編制裏頭咧，就最主要個註冊就分咗有6大類嘅，即係包括係療養院啦、嗰個家居護理服務啦，或者係型嘅。咁嗰6個服務裏頭都係根據佢個風險啦、個服務嘅類型啦、個類型啦同埋個複雜性決定嘅。咁而咧喺政府釐定咗呢個新嘅護理法例咧，佢定咗7個好緊要嘅一個嘅強化性嘅照顧護理嘅品質，即係包括由個人方面啦、組織啦、喺照顧方面環境啦、 臨床嘅照護啦、食物同埋社區方面咧，都係一個好大嘅監管嘅。所以任何一個專業去嚟到我哋嘅院舍或者我哋一個嘅日間中心去檢查嘅時候咧，佢哋就用一個7個嘅護理嘅品質咧去監管一個機構。咁當你去註冊嘅時候咧，你要自己話俾嗰個註冊機構聽咧，喺7個單位裏頭你自己點去做啊，做得更加好啊咁。咁另外咧，一個最大嘅改變咧，就係所有嘅療養院咧都要有24小時全天候嘅註冊護士喺度服務。咁而咧，政府亦都將佢成咗一個強制性嘅咧，有一個叫護理分鐘啦。個護理分鐘咧就話，每一個長者咧，每一日都要有215分鐘嘅照顧，包括有44分鐘咧，一定有嗰個註冊護士嘅。咁住咧，大家睇到啦，我擺出嚟有個圖咧，咁嗰個就係個7個嘅強制性嘅護理嘅優嘅品質嗰個嘅標準。咁而咧，我想跟住講嘅題目咧，就係講緊退休嘅財富其實都影響緊成個嘅制嘅規劃嘅。咁其實政府咧喺澳洲已經好早啦，喺1992年咧已經做咗一個強制性嘅退休公積金。咁所以咧，我哋成為澳洲咧，成為世上一個最大嘅一個儲蓄啊，即係一個退休金嘅儲蓄咧。啲政府知道咧，除咗啲長者佢係冇退休金、冇強制性嘅退休金咧，佢就用一個叫做老人嘅 pension 啦 ，age care pension， 即係話嗰啲叫做喺香港叫做養老金啦。咁其他咧曾經做過嘢嘅人咧，都會有一個嘅退休嘅儲蓄喺度嘅。咁澳洲到現時為止咧，今年咧已經咧儲積咗嗰個退休嘅公積金咧，嗰個強制性公積金咧已經去到4.3兆億嘅澳，即係一個好大嘅錢嚟。咁亦都成為咗一個 financial， 即係呢個財政上嘅收入咧，亦都成為咗將來咧係好多服務嘅提供者咧，去長遠去點樣諗下嗰個用呢啲留低咗嘅一啲長壽嘅融資方面，同埋喺佢喺話喺做服務方面啊，或者佢哋喺房屋嘅發展，都成為佢哋要考慮嘅一個。咁而大家都知道啦，當一個長者佢哋如果係有工作，而且佢有足夠嘅儲蓄嘅時候咧，佢哋就會有好嘅財富累積啦。但係當佢退休嘅時候咧，呢啲嘅儲蓄咧就會成咗佢哋可以將佢哋買咗嘅樓啊儲蓄咧轉化成為一啲佢哋日常生活嘅收入，或者佢哋可以愛嚟買照顧嘅服務，或者係生活嘅品質。大家知道啦，例如香港都係啦，當長者年大咗啦，佢哋都好緊要一樣嘢咧，就係保持一個社交嘅連結，同佢哋退休生活咧更加愉快同埋充裕嘅。咁所以咧，澳洲咧喺近20-30年咧係有好多流行嘅叫做退休村嘅居民咧，佢哋就即係中意好多長者咧，佢哋到70幾歲咧就開始去諗下點樣去令自己嘅退休生活更加有保障啦。咁我哋喺澳洲咧有一個好 common 嘅 term 叫做咧 downsizing， 即係話將自己一個好大嘅屋苑揾到一個好容易生活得更加舒服、更加稱意嘅一個嘅方法。但係最緊要咧就係佢哋最緊要就係要翻同社交嘅活動啦，能夠生活更加積極，可以同家人保持聯繫，呢個係佢哋個重點嘅。喺我哋最近睇咗一個嘅報告裏頭咧，其實佢哋都睇到咧，就話當長者居住咗喺退休村嘅時候咧，佢哋嘅孤單感同埋憂鬱嘅分數咧都降低咗嘅。同埋發覺咧一個好有趣嘅一個嘅結論咧，就係見到佢哋咧住醫院嗰個嘅數字咧係可以跌咗20%嘅，即係話可能佢哋喺家照顧嘅時候咧，佢哋會有出入醫院嘅情況，但係住咗去呢個退休村嘅時候就跌20%。咁另外咧，其實咧大家都知道咧，退休村嗰個結構嘅形式咧係好唔同嘅，即係唔係間一模一樣嘅。但係佢哋嘅設計咧，而家咧係近呢10-20年咧，都集中咗會係點樣將個房屋同埋個社區去融合啦。嗰個 integrated 即係綜合嘅服務、整合嘅服務啦，同埋嗰個連結係更加重要。咁跟住落嚟咧，我就會講多少少咧房屋同埋咧呢個老齡友嘅基礎嘅一個嘅設施嘅討論。先頭我啱啱講過咧，喺退休嗰方面咧， 即係其實澳洲嘅產業咧，而家規模變到好大㗎啦。喺現時為止咧，我哋係喺澳洲有220個退休村，咁住喺嗰度嘅居民咧係65歲嘅人咧，係大概佔到咧係差唔多有23萬。咁一個數字咧會一直上進嘅。咁由喺2000年嘅年代啦，我哋計到嗰時咧係大概3% 嘅65歲嘅退休村，但係時至今日咧已經達到5%。咁而家咧亦都有一個趨勢咧，可能會係發展到去10%，即係個 projection 可能去到2030年咧係會入10%。咁其實大家都睇到咧，住喺退休村，無論不停啲嘅退休村或社區房屋，我哋講嘅長者咧，佢哋都集中咗好強度嘅因素，就係點樣做家居嘅改造啦，同埋點樣將個居住嘅環境咧係可以解決個即係一啲叫做 aging in place 嘅 solution 啦，即係話嗰個居家化嘅解決方案。譬如話喺智能嘅家居技巧方面啦，點樣做預防滑跌啦，或者係一啲嘅我哋叫檢測性嘅一啲嘅設施咧，就會喺嗰度啦。甚至乎一啲緊急嘅辨認啊，或者係咧無障礙啊咁樣，呢方面咧都係成為咗個設計嗰方面嘅重點嘅。咁另外一件事咧，就係譬如話嗰啲長者可能係 pensioner 咧，而家開始咧政府都尊重緊長者嘅有自己嘅屋嘅意願，而唔係同仔女一齊住嘅。所以開始有一個叫做 affordable housing for older renter， 即係話年長嘅租客點樣可以負擔住房咧？咁政府而家咧都係好密切去關注，因為澳洲嘅生活水平越嚟越增高啦，佢哋點樣可以有一個特別嘅負擔幫呢啲嘅租客咧？咁其實一個即係攞老人嘅長者嚟講咧，其實佢哋可以申請攞一個房屋津貼嘅。咁政府亦都可以考慮咧，就話點樣可以咧資助呢班長者去住一啲專為長者而建嘅房屋。咁啲房屋咧係俾一啲即係 social enterprise 或者係志願機構去建築嘅。咁但係咧，亦都可以成為咗有一個即係 community assets 嘅。嗱，咁跟住大家都會睇到啦，我做少少嘅數據俾大家睇啦。咁而家咧，暫時喺澳洲嚟講咧，住喺退休村嘅年紀咧，大概75至到78左右嘅啫。咁而咧，好特別咧，就係話由90年代開始咧，嗰啲退休村咧就開始轉型啦。佢哋多數嘅退休村咧開始有埋護理服務。以前純粹咧就係啲志願機構或者教會做嘅，只係一個住屋，即係個房屋嘅。但係現時為止有差唔多80%咧就開始有照顧服務。咁而有60%咧係有個安康計劃。安康嘅意思咧就包括係關注長者嘅健康啦，譬如係有 gym 啊、啲定期嘅測試啊、檢查咁，令長者可以好健康生活。咁而另外一方面咧就係嗰個全國性嗰個嘅即係嗰個入住率啦。以前咧嗰個休村嘅入住率咧唔冇咁高嘅，但係近期嚟講咧係越嚟越飆升到去91%。其實空置率已經係好少，甚至乎咧我啱啱睇最近嘅社會咧就話，其實而家等待一啲佢哋心儀嘅退休村嘅人都去到差唔多29000嘅人口啊。其實即係話好多長者都好渴求有啲啱佢住嘅房屋，但係就未必係愛翻傳統嘅退休村啦。咁其實大家睇到一個好特別嘅數據咧，就係由24直至現時為止咧，係增升到16.5% 嘅房價。其實普通嘅單位居住單位都冇咁多，證明嗰個要求係好高啦。咁而一般嗰個售賣價格較為新啲嗰啲咧，都係大概達到65萬澳幣嘅價錢。咁而平均嘅年紀咧，亦都係去到咧，即係嗰啲繼續有入住老人家平均嘅年齡已經上升緊咧，去到78歲添嚇。
Ada
喺近呢幾年嘅上升，即係睇到其實長者咧，Hello. 其實佢哋係好想首先只係自己屋企住，直到佢哋嘅健康出現咗問題，或者佢覺得自己好孤單，先開始去嗰個退休村啦。咁然之後佢希望個退休村咧，佢哋永遠住嘅地方，而唔需要去。
Ada 聽唔聽到講 ？Hello Ada， 我哋
Yes，
我哋不如
Yes I can hear you。
係聽到，不如我知道應該仲有好豐富嘅分享，不如咧，不過咧我哋時間咧唔係太夠，咁不如咧我哋留多一陣間，我哋一陣擺喺我哋嘅 discussion 裏面當中。
我哋可以喺呢啲討論咧，喺討論嘅時候同大家分享。
啱，多謝 Ada 嘅分享，多謝晒。 咁我哋啱啱聽到好多澳洲嘅一啲政策層面啦，亦都係有關於長者裡面嘅一啲即係可以做嘅 right，可以點樣去做。所以咧咁嚟緊咧，我哋亦都去睇下另一個世界嘅地方，咁就係菲律賓。裏面咧，我知道今日咧都係由菲律賓政府官方裏面當中嘅一啲即係分享。咁我哋有請 Camille。
我叫Carmel Joy Yabore Lorette，中文的名字叫李嘉乐。我是菲律宾人，我能说一口流利的英语，会说一点儿韩语，so please bear with me. And let's start with the Philippine Retirement Authority. We talk about care without borders. Okay, so as you can see, this is the number you already know, that 1.79 million Hong Kong residents are aged 65 or older today, which is 25% of the population. It is projected to reach 36% by 2046. And as you all know, 200,000 Filipinos already call Hong Kong their home. And what if we bring you to the Philippines with the same level of care? Here's the question everyone asks us. Why choose the Philippines? And why look beyond Hong Kong? The number that convinces most people here is this one: the cost of living in the Philippines. So according to the study, Philippines is one of the cheapest places to retire around the world, even among the Asian countries. It is only 14,000 US dollars, or around 112 Hong Kong dollars a year, as compared to living in Hong Kong, that is, I think, 30,000 US dollars in a month. So, the Philippines is not a downgrade in lifestyle. This is just a place to breathe for you. And of course, you won't be leaving Hong Kong behind either. As you can see, TV dramas dubbed in Filipino were already part of growing up on my generation. You will also find Tim Ho Wan, Cantonese kitchens led by Hong Kong chefs. We have Giordano, Busini, Watsons on every corner. And Binondo, the oldest Chinatown in the world, is already woven in the Philippine life. Retirement is not a one-size-fits-all, and we don't treat it that way. You have the full independence in your own suite. You're never locked in one address. We have more than 25 accredited retirement facilities nationwide, and whichever you choose in our country, it is staffed by the same Filipino caregivers you already trust. How to go back? Okay. And the care also doesn't end there. We have our We Care program. It is the Create Amazing Retirement Experience, and our own promise to check in, visit, and stay connected with you after you have your visa. About healthcare, we have private hospital rooms that runs about $300 to $2,000 a night. Major surgery is about $15,000 to $43,750. And as you can see, we have our merchant partners, clinics, hotels, resorts nationwide, which extends discounts to every retiree members. For anyone worried about bringing in their insurance in the Philippines, we have partnered with Bright Care Assist. So they administer international insurance claims, and your coverage doesn't stop working just because you've moved to the Philippines. So all of this lives through the Philippine Retirement Authority. We are a government agency that provides a visa. This is the Special Resident Retirees Visa that offers permanent residency, multiple entry, and no separate work or study visa required. As of July 17, 2026, we have 86,570 retirees from 150 countries, and 2,522 of them are from Hong Kong. This is the main reason why the Philippines has been recognized by TripSila as the best retirement destination in Asia in 2025, and this year's #1 retirement destination in the world by Expatriate Group. So who qualifies? The requirement is 40 years old and above, from any country with diplomatic ties to the Philippines. So the principal may include their dependent spouse and children below 21 years old. And also, the requirements are simple and easy to secure. So we only have 10 requirements. As you can see, these are the respective investments depending on the options based on the applicant's qualifications. So deposit starts at $15,000 for pensioners. There are also annual fees required. So if you look into the presentation, the 360 annual fee is just $1 a day for a family of 3. And so, before I close my presentation, I would love for you to see a short film from our growing retiree members.
I live in Baguio right now.
We are the Lee family. We wanted a change for our family, something close to nature.
I thought I came here to retire, but I found a new life to live. Gusto ko ng Filipinos. I love Philippines.
We hoped to give our daughter a simple childhood.
And we found a life we enjoy just as much as they do.
For me, the Philippines became home. Thank you very much for giving me opportunity to apply this wonderful visa. The best decision ever.
So, thank you, Dodje. Did I pronounce it right? So please find us at booth E02, E04 until tomorrow, and we'd love to talk to you one-on-one. Thank you.
Thank you, Camille。多謝晒咁多位嘅分享啦。咁我哋時間關係咧，咁我哋咧頭先我哋都準備咗好多條問題，但係咧我哋而家 focus 喺2條問題，係啦。咁我首先想去問 Leo 同埋 Kitty 嘅。咁房屋咧係一個好重中之重，長者我哋住嘅時間會長啦，亦都會留喺個社區嘅時間亦都長。而房屋咧亦都遠超於住嘅嗰個功能。有好多唔同嘅日常所需啦，生活上面當中、健康上面嘅所需，都係由可能房屋裏面當中去提供。喺你哋嘅經驗裏面當中，我哋點樣可以去推動到所謂嘅居家安老，或者喺個社區裏面當中留得越長越耐越好呢？有啲咩秘訣啊？
喺居家安老嗰個嘅推動咧，坦白講其實唔係淨係靠服務，即係最重要咧就係服務 同埋硬件同埋軟件咧，其實兩者個區別都係好重要。咁咧就硬件真係由成個嘅地方嘅配套啦，點樣可以有一個長者友善嘅設計啦。我哋而家其實喺香港，我哋亦都有一啲長者友善設計，有好多政策嘅推行。其實亦都係已經推動咗好多呢方面嘅，即係居家安老嘅，即係一啲嘅環節嘅推動。咁所以喺硬件嗰方面嘅設計，無論可能係智能嘅裝置，令到我哋嘅長者喺個屋入邊可以係生活得更加安全，更加即係對家人嚟講係更加安心。咁咧就到環境嘅配套點樣可以令到啲長者唔係留喺屋入邊，可以參與多啲嘅活動咧？咁個軟件就係點樣可以令到長者同人嘅接觸，同社區嘅接觸，有好多啲共融嘅一啲嘅元素。長者同長者互相之間，長者同鄰里，長者同個社區，甚至乎長者同成個社區上面嘅藝術、娛樂、康樂、音樂，即係其實呢啲都係喺我哋嘅經驗嗰度咧，我哋都覺得即係社區同長者嘅關係嘅連結都係好有助推動，即係長者係居家安老同埋社區融合都係即係好混為一體，兩樣同樣重要嘅。
咁按統計啦，我諗而家大約有30%嘅長者係住喺一啲公共屋邨，3成係住喺私人房屋嘅，係啦。咁當然嗰個模式有機會因為個居住個環境唔同而有分別，係啦。咁當然喺社區入邊要去講居家安老，咁其中我哋都會話即係社區券又或者相關嘅社區支援服務尤其重要嘅，係啦。咁社區券由2013年即係政府開始去推出，到而家超過即係13年嘅時間。咁目前市面上面大約有16000張券，咁去俾居家安老嘅長者可以喺合適嘅社區揾到適合嘅服務。咁當然我諗呢個配套行落去個方向係正確嘅，絕對係啦，即係我哋都好支持呢個方案。咁但係同時我哋有時候喺服務嘅層面，我哋都觀察到其實又未必每一個長者了解即係政府有呢啲嘅資助，又或者佢哋可以用到呢啲嘅服務。因為始終考慮到有一啲嘅長者可能會比較即係獨居啊，又或者比較隱蔽，佢哋未必願意或者知道可以去社福單位去求助。咁我哋睇翻喺新加坡嘅一啲組屋嘅一啲模式，咁其實佢哋嘅角色即係喺個村入邊又好啦，或者佢哋嘅住屋附近咧，咁其實有一個角色叫做 community engagement manager。咁其實佢就會好主動去 approach 唔同嘅即係隱蔽嘅長者啊、獨居嘅長者。咁所以好多時候其實就係長者嘅服務，其實都要需要透過 case management 嘅形式去幫佢哋協調。如果只係單靠長者自己去求助，咁又未必每一個長者佢哋去 assess 唔同嘅一啲資訊係容易嘅情況之下，咁就會造成一定嘅困難咯。咁所以我會話特別係嗰個連結喺居家安老入邊咧，其實尤其重要嘅。
我聽到個重點連結係啦。即係無論係人與人嘅連結啦，人與社區嘅連結啦，服務同埋人嘅連結啦，而點樣去管理呢個連結變得好重要，都變得好 challenging。咁第二條問題咧，我想去問下 Ada 同埋 Camille 嘅。咁裡面咧，我哋講到關於長者，我哋點都係需要有服務嘅支援啦。裡面我哋點樣可以去提供，無論係健康上面當中嘅管理啦，抑或喺社交上面當中嘅一啲部分咧，其實都係一啲服務上面嘅提供嚟嘅。我亦都想去了解下喺你哋經驗裡面當中，特別啦係兩位由菲律賓啦同埋澳洲嘅經驗裡面，可以有冇啲一啲新嘅啟發俾我哋香港，讓我哋知道，咦原來有啲嘢已經係新嘅去發展緊咯。而你又都點樣睇未來呢條路可以喺啲高密度嘅城市裏面當中點樣可以去 learn from 呢件事呢？係啊 Camille or Ada, you can speak. Yeah. So the question is, or many older adults say, or they want to age in their own community, right? And also we understand that service integration is being very important. So how can we learn from your context, Philippines, and also from Australia? So how can we learn from your experience? And what we can say in a more high density environment, how do you see that happening in Hong Kong?
Okay. So it's very innate for us Filipinos to actually welcome foreign nationals. So in the Philippines, when you enter our country, the first or in any family or of Filipinos, the first question would always say like, kumain ka na ba? Or have you eaten already? So that's like the hospitality, the warm welcome, that's very usual for Filipinos. And so for foreigners who would like to stay in the Philippines, they can do independent living. And then if you apply for our visa, then we have our program, we call it the We Care program, and we involve our retirees to have dance lessons, have their exercises. We also let them participate in different activities that is their like part of their daily routine. So as compared to Hong Kong, like I'm seeing elderly somewhere in the park doing their own exercise. So in the Philippines, it's very easy to do it. We also have the parks there. They are very free to do their activities. So it's part of our culture. Thank you.
Thank you, Camille. Ada，
我諗咧，我喺澳洲嘅經驗咧，最緊要係講係緊好重視就係嗰個老人家嘅權益啊，特別係24年啦，政府改善咗嘅時候咧，咁我自己覺得作為一個服務公社，最緊要話咧要 co-design， 即係話要有將個長者擺喺個任何服務嘅話，都要 consider 個長者。同埋咧，仲有就係話嗰個服務咧係要與時進嘅，即係唔可以話我30年前嗰個設計啲長者中意咁咧，而家都係啦。有時我都同我啲同事講，佢哋做緊日間中心，我話你知道我哋呢一代我入嚟你呢個服務咧，你哋做緊嘅已經啱我玩㗎啦，你哋一定要去同講，佢哋中意咩嘢啦，佢哋需要啲咩嘢啦。咁同埋最緊要咧就係話咧係一個long term 去 planning 嘅。譬如舉一個例子。房屋嘅時候咧，可能而家啲人係咁樣，但係其實隨住時代發展嘅時候咧，你點樣去將嗰個融入去啊？點樣可以能夠個係咧可以好容易改裝嘅，即係個 modular of 個設計可以做得好咯。咁另外一樣嘢咧就係喺澳洲咧好重視，就係聽取佢哋嘅意見。我哋話嗰個 senior voice 啦，就係話當你做咗嘅時候咧，如果你唔定期去檢測，知道究竟你而家做緊嘅，就算你用100% 嘅心思去設計咧，都未必係佢哋嘅。咁我哋公司咧不停都會重視呢樣嘢，而政府都例子喺新嘅法律改變嘅時候咧，我哋每6個月咧就會有嗰個監管嘅公司咧獨立嘅調查，就問啲老人家嘅 dining experience， 等佢食得開唔開心啊？我哋用最靚嘅材料。最好嘅嘢咧，都未必係佢哋中意做，甚至乎被訪問嘅老人家咧，佢哋會問你知唔知你今日食緊乜嘢㗎？嗰啲材料係啲乜？咁其實咧，澳洲做工辛苦嘅，因為咧你要受個監管咧，同埋嗰個長者服務你一定要好重要。而喺我自己個人咧，過往嗰3年。我特別重視咧係嗰個科技嘅用語。咁其實好多嘢咧就話同時心去做，但係其實喺一啲科技或係人工智能方面咧，點樣可能簡化咗同工作上邊做報告啊、做 campaign 嘅時間多啲啦，人與人嘅交往。因為我覺得又好照又好啦，咁啲同事多時話寫報告啊，我要做嗰個服務設計嘅咁啊。其實最緊要就係嗰個長者就喺你前，你問係更加重要。反而我嗰個平衡係將個時間喺個照顧多啲咧，係即係人報告或者人同機各方面。
好多謝晒 Ada， 因為時間嘅關係啦，咁我諗我都要去結束。但係咧喺結束之前咧，我都想去總結少少。我聽到咧好重要一點就係以人為本，係啦，以社區為本啦。但係咧亦都係講到尾就係以個長者為本。裡面當中我哋點樣可以設計一個啱嘅服務啦、啱嘅社區啦，裡面當中嘅支援。如果我哋行多一步去諗多啲長者需要嘅部分，其實所有嘢都可以去照顧到，係啦。所以多謝晒咁多位講者，多謝晒咁多位。 多謝晒。
多謝晒咁多位嘅嘉賓 ，Please remain on stage。多謝晒咁多位嘉賓啦，為我哋分享咗咁多精彩同埋有意義嘅內容啊！Thank you to all guests for giving us such a fruitful sharing。咁為咗答謝咁多位嘅嘉賓呢，我哋大會呢係準備咗紀念狀呢送俾咁多位嘅嘉賓㗎。咁 the organizer prepared a certificate of appreciation for the speakers and the moderator. It is a great honor to invite them. So now please we 而家咧，我哋首先咧有請我哋呢一節嘅主持人毛教授咧，為我哋頒發感謝狀俾咁多位嘅嘉賓㗎。So now we will please deliver the certificates to Professor Mose。首先啦，我哋有請我哋嘅周女士，我哋 Kitty 周女士咧去接受我哋嘅感謝狀㗎。咁好啦，接住落嚟咧，我哋有請毛教授繼續為我哋頒發下一張感謝狀。We will deliver the certificates of appreciation to Miss Kamel。好啦，亦都有請我哋嘅同事咧，再將咧另外一張感謝狀咧俾毛教授。跟住落嚟咧，有請毛教授為我哋頒發感謝狀俾 Leo 陳先生嘅。好，有請咁多位咧嘉賓啦，同埋我哋嘅毛教授一齊望住我哋嘅大會攝影師，一齊合照留念。Please look at the main character and please move to your left side。好啦，我哋先有請望一望我哋中間黑色衫嘅大會攝影師。And have a group photo。至於我哋 Ada 鄭女士咧，佢因事未能嚟到現場，咁稍後咧我哋會有專人啦去送翻呢個紀念狀俾你㗎。Thank you, Ada。So now, Ada, please keep your camera on, and we will have a group photo with our moderator and the speakers。唔該晒咁多位，亦都有請咁多位嘉賓可以先就座。Please be seated。喺度咧，我哋再一次多謝咁多位嘉賓啦，今日嘅分享。咁多位咧可以先就座噶啦。Thank you。Please be seated。再一次熱烈嘅掌聲，多謝我哋咁多位嘅 speakers 啦，同埋我哋嘅 moderator，多謝佢哋今日嘅分享嘅。